requested video. This is a video about InvestFest 2023 in Atlanta, Georgia. Phenomenal. Can I just say it was amazing. I mean, it was just so much excellence in the building. Like, you walk in, I mean, you're just seeing people walking proud, like just excellence. You know, the conversations were amazing. The people, beautiful people in the building, okay? Great energy. Hello in the building. The vendor marketplace was amazing. You had so many like amazing businesses. Side note, I'm standing up, y'all. I just moved to a different building, so I'm like standing up. Furniture's coming in. I have like boxes and stuff like kind of like all over the place, so bear with me, okay? Amen. But InvestFest was truly amazing. So InvestFest, it was like the last weekend in August. I flew into Atlanta. I'm actually from Atlanta. Y'all know I'm a Georgia peach. I'm from Metro Atlanta, born and raised. I live in Virginia now. I'm back home in Virginia. Maybe I'll be back in Atlanta, living in Atlanta a year from now. And took an Uber to my hotel. I stayed at the Marriott Marquis on Peachtree. Now, the host hotel for InvestFest was the Hyatt, which was right down the street from where I stayed at the Marriott Marquis on Peachtree. So everyone was staying at the Hyatt. Some people were staying at my hotel where I was staying at the Marriott Marquis. And got to the Marriott Marquis. I get there. I mean, it's so many people. It was so many things going on in Atlanta for that whole weekend. It was like 3 different major events. We had InvestFest. We had, it was like a football classic, an HBCU football classic. I get to my hotel, check in. This is just what a good aura, good energy does for you. Buddy ends up upgrading my room to like a luxury, like high-rise suite, like on a like upper level. Mind you, I got like a basic hotel room, you know, probably was gonna be on like the 3rd or 2nd floor. Buddy put me on like the 39th floor. It was a whole suite and everything. I was like, thank you so much. He was like, you just have really great energy, which I always do. When I fly into Atlanta, I just love Atlanta. The energy is amazing. The energy is on point. You know what I mean? It's just like, whew, you know, it's so much excellence in Atlanta. So check into InvestFest, get my pass and everything. Let me just see what the vibe is about. So I get to the Georgia World Congress Center, because it's at the Georgia World Congress Center in, it's like downtown or midtown, don't quote me. It's one of those, because like downtown and midtown are kind of like differentiated between maybe a certain street. But I get to the Georgia World Congress Center, check in. As soon as I walk into because I came in like with some sweat. I think I came in like with some sweats. And so as soon as I walk into the Georgia World Congress Center, it's just like boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm like, yes, you know what I mean? I love it. I love it. It's just like so much excellence in the room. You know what I mean? I love that. So get my wristband. It was like a wristband. The general admissions got like red wristbands. The VIP got like blue wristbands. And so I got my wristband, walked around. I went to the vendor marketplace. So y'all, let me tell you what I got at the vendor marketplace. I got some candles. I got some scarves. The vendor marketplace was pretty lit. It was so many different like businesses there selling their products, their items, their services. It was amazing. Also, side note, it was a lot of people that like you see on social media, or like a lot of people that you see on YouTube. They have like their vendor marketplaces set up, or like their different tables set up. So it was pretty cool, like seeing them like, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like chopping it up with them. Because these are like people I follow on social media or like YouTube. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I walked around the vendor marketplace for maybe like a good like hour and a half, like some scars, like some head wrap scars. Listen, you know we got to keep these edges on point, okay? Period. Did that, and let's see. So Todd, what's the guy's name on Instagram? I think his name is like Todd Billionaire or something like that. He had his like table set up, his vendor booth. Another YouTuber, he's really popular. His name is like TJ. I don't know his full brand name, but it's TJ something, maybe TJ Millionaire, bald-headed black guy. He was there. He had like a whole Lambo. He brought the Lambo out, y'all. It was like, oh, right? Y'all, he brought the Lambo out. So it was like, it was really just giving like, okay, yes, like let me touch the Lambo, like let me sit down in it and get comfortable and take a picture in it. Hello, period. Let me shoot some content in front of the Lambo. The three guys, they have like a brand called Fund Your Freedom. I think it's like Smitty, Mogul Lifestyle, and what's the other guy's name? I forgot the other guy's name, but it's like three young men. They like started like they teach you about like funding, credit, real estate. They had like their booth was going up. A lot of people were at their booth. And so it was like a lot of like the Circle CEOs, they had their booth. Excuse me. So I like checked out all the booths. I was saying hey to everybody. Mind y'all, I went by myself. And so I met so many people at InvestFest.
You're supposed to be here. That's first of all.
Period.
Like, there's no way you can be in business and not an investment.
If I go next year, I'm definitely getting VIP. Friday night, they had like a whole experience for like the VIP ticket holders. What did they have? They had a whole concert. So last year they had like a few different artists, but this year, like InvestFest 2023, they had Ja Rule. Plus they had like a sit down with like Terrence Howard and Lala. So it was like a whole bunch of like different things going on for like the VIP ticket holders. So I will definitely be getting VIP if I go next year, right? So Friday night, I kind of just did my own thing. I like met up with like some friends and families, kicked it, had some glasses of wine, okay, period. Went out to eat Friday night, and then Saturday, got up Saturday. So Saturday, the day starts off like early, like with different panels. I enjoy like the women in real estate panel. That was dope. Like that was amazing. Like the energy was amazing. The women on that panel were just phenomenal, right? They had Miss Watson with Watson Realty in Atlanta. She's like a real estate broker. She's like a real known realtor / real estate broker in Atlanta. They had Terica, I don't know her last name, but she's very into like real estate. She owns like, I believe she says she owns like over 1,000 properties, which is like amazing, phenomenal. They had another woman there, and I am blanking on her name, but she owns a construction company, like so many developments, and they had it was 4 women on there, but just like phenomenal. It was just like, oh my gosh, like women in real estate making boss moves, doing powerful things. Like, sign me up, y'all. It was so inspirational. So that was like the energy on that panel was just so like amazing. I'm just gonna call her Q Watson because I don't know how to pronounce her first name, but Watson with Watson Realty, her energy was just like so amazing, so like on point. Like I felt like her energy just made the panel even more like worthwhile, fulfilling. Like I work in news, I work in media, so energy is like a big thing. Like when your energy is like up to here, that means like the energy of like the people on the panel, their energy is gonna be like up to here. So it was just amazing. So that was like one of my favorite panels for Saturday. Also Saturday, they also had like hair cosmetics panel with Ari, aka the Real Kyle's sister on IG.
Make some noise for Ari Blanchard!
So it was Ari. Shout out to Ari. Literally, she has like literally made a whole brand out of social media and the internet, and like literally just grabbing people's attention and monetizing off of it. Like, shout out to her. That's a real bad, okay? Monique Samuels, the CEO of Mael Organics.
Go to college, go to work, and then you work and you live paycheck to paycheck. And for me, I knew that I didn't just want to survive. I wanted to thrive in life, and I wanted to live a life that was purposeful. I wanted to live a life that was fulfilling.
Amazing, great panel. I was like, yes, just soaking it all up. You know what I mean? So those were like my 2 favorite panels on Saturday. Then of course Saturday, I went back to the vendor marketplace just to like walk around like, oh, let me see what's going on. believe it or not, it was a lot of people just walking around the vendor marketplace. You know what I mean? Like I saw Safari from, I don't know, is he an actor? I don't know if he's an actor, but he used to date Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend when she first came into the game. He was there, so I was like, oh, hey, what's up? He was like, what's up? The Circle of CEOs was there. So I went to, they had like a panel Sunday. So came back Sunday. Well, mind you, before I even get into Sunday, like Saturday night, I was just hanging out, running the streets of Atlanta, like going to like different places. I had went to like a hookah spot. That was amazing. Like met up with some people there. Okay, then I woke up Sunday. I was intending to go to like a 10 a.m. or like a 10:30 panel session, but the way I had like turned up Saturday night, it was giving sleep time, okay, period. So I didn't wake up until like maybe like 11, right on 11. Then I ended up like checking out of my hotel at like 12-ish. Because my main thing for Sunday, I really wanted to go see Robert Smith. He's a Black billionaire. I mean, like, just phenomenal. Like, literally, you talk about goals, okay?
So please, here to bring to the stage, my man, a friend, a mentor. Put your hands together for Robert E. Smith.
So that was like my favorite panel on Sunday. Seeing Robert Smith, Steve Harvey introduced him. Like, that was just literally an amazing panel. Also, let me go back to Saturday. So Saturday was Diddy's panel.
I knew that hip hop had arrived. And so I started looking at it as a possible career. But it really came to me when I was at the InfestFest in the late 80s, when I saw Run DMC.
So I more so went to just like get information. I wasn't really intending on going to Diddy's panel, because Diddy's like panel sit down was the same time as like the mobile homes and NACA panel in like the other room. So I was gonna go to the mobile homes and NACA panel, but it didn't start on time, because I'm like, oh, are they still having it? So I was like waiting there for like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just go like next door to the Diddy panel. So that's why I was at the Diddy panel. It was like a lot of people. It was a lot of people at the Diddy panel. Like, it was like people were standing, like people couldn't even see. It was just a lot of people. And, you know, and I understand why, because he has like a lot of hype around him. He's really big on social media. All the kids love him. And so, like, for my purpose for going to the Diddy panel was just more so entertainment, because I'm mainly there to like just learn like different things and like see what new things are on the scenes and horizon. So Diddy was like more so entertainment, and so his panel was like packed out. Now Robert Smith, his panel wasn't as packed out as Diddy. Like, it was still like a room full of people sitting down for Robert F. Smith, but Diddy's, like, people were like standing up. So Sunday, that was like my favorite panel on Sunday. Then Sunday, I walked around the vendor place again. Like, oh, you know what? I went to the Circle of CEOs. They had like their own, they were in like the EYL vendor booth. So they did like a whole like panel. Like, that was cool. I follow all of them on social media. So it's like, hey y'all, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me just see what they're talking about. So it was good to like actually like see what they were talking about, actually see them in person. 500 did like a panel discussion with Brandon Williams, who's the attorney for Steve Harvey. That was really good. Let me tell you, Brandon Williams, you talking about somebody that hits the pavement and goes to get it. Brandon Williams, that man is the truth. He was just, he wasn't even trying to like be inspirational. He was really telling people like what they need to hear. Some people don't want to hear it, but people at that conference, everybody wanted to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta go get it. Like, no excuses. I wish I would have recorded what he was saying, because he was really speaking the truth. So, I mean, it was just like so phenomenal just to hear all of that, like just to like be in the room. So again, Sunday, I walked around the vendor marketplace again, chopped it up with some people, like, hey, right? So, I mean, all in all, InvestFest 2023, it was a great experience. Next year, I'm definitely getting VIP, period, okay? Also, everybody was just very sociable at InvestFest. Like, I went by myself, and it's like, I told you, I left like with different contacts, just like knowing different people, talking to different people. I just love how everyone was so sociable. Like, people were like coming up to me like, hey, like chopping it up. Like, people were just very just like sociable. Like, and it was different because, you know, like if you're like out at a restaurant or somebody and somebody comes up to you and just starts conversation, and you're like, a lot of people were in that mindset like, oh, I don't talk to strangers. But at InvestFest, like, everyone was so sociable. Like, people were chopping it up, like meeting, like hanging out after each day's conference. So it was a really good experience. Like, hands down, I will be going back. As long as they do it in Atlanta, I will be back, because Atlanta is one of those cities that I just feel so happy when I fly into Atlanta. It's just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, hallelujah. That's how I feel when I fly into Atlanta. Like, it's just great vibes every time I fly into Atlanta. So if they do it in Atlanta, I will be back, front and center, VIP, okay? I'm not doing that general admissions, be way back there while speakers is like, I want to be front and center. I want to be able to reach out and touch. I want to be able to touch people, okay? Also, side note, InvestFest is like a really great place to like meet a significant other, or just, you know, just a great place to meet someone that you would be interested in like dating or just hanging out with. It's definitely a good conference if you want to like meet some different people and just have fun or get to know somebody. Because I will tell you, I left like with a few different contacts and eligible bachelors, but that's a whole nother video. But definitely, hands down, 10 out of 10. It's a great place to mingle, network, connect with other people. Just great vibes, great energy. So definitely recommend it. Oh.